Imagine you're an 18-year-old guy in college. Remember those days? I mean, your testosterone is going crazy. You're just trying to get anything. You're going to the bar, trying to talk to chicks. But you know what was different in our time? It wasn't really the Tinder thing going on then. But now you have Tinder. So you start swiping. You swipe. You swipe. Then you get a hold of this chick that's like double your age. It's exciting because you talk to the chick. The chick is talking freaky like immediately. You never experienced anything like this. You think it's because, I don't know, maybe you're attractive. You feel like you look good. And you're like, listen, I'm trying to meet up. I'm trying to smash. And the lady's like, listen, that's what I'm looking for too. Why don't you come through? So you go through there. And it's a little dark when you go in there. But hey, listen, you're just there to get your rocks off. And that's exactly what happens. Until one day you're there and you discover that this person isn't a woman. That person is a man. So what do you do? Well, guys, this is the story of a young man with the last name of Etute. First name Isimemen. He's a Nigerian football player that was at Virginia Tech. Had his whole entire life in front of him. He was playing linebacker, got a full scholarship and everything. But unfortunately, he decided that he would do something a little different, which is what he did. Got hooked up with this dude that wasn't a girl, and the guy was pretending to be a girl. Now, the man in question was 40 years old, Jerry Smith. Mr. Jerry Smith had a history of doing stuff like this. He would use Tinder, he would use Facebook, and he would trick guys. But at this particular time, Etute ended up beating the guy, so much so that the guy passed away. He went to jail for it. It was a really, really big story. But recently, he has been released from the verdict, meaning that he got a not guilty charge. Now, I want to talk about, this situation because I kind of figured that when I heard it, I'm like, oh man, he hurt a gay person, so he might be, going away forever. But I want to kind of talk to guys about this because this is something I think that it can be common, right? Because, you do have people, I'm pretty sure, that are telling people that, yo, this is who I am. And guess what? I'm pretty sure there are plenty of guys who will go for it. And then you have the people playing with the cis trans thing. Now, I know that's kind of sketchy, but let's kind of talk about it. There are some people in today's mindset who think like, listen, I'm a woman. It doesn't matter if it's cis or trans. I'm a woman. So I feel like I'm a woman. So I'm a woman. It doesn't matter if the other person on the other side doesn't think that I'm a woman, because I feel like I'm a woman. I feel like I'm a woman without trans or cis. I'm just as equal as a woman who was born as a woman. The problem with that argument is that other people don't see it that way. There are people who don't identify with the norms that are being pushed in today's agenda. And so this is why I think a lot of guys, it's scary. I have a buddy, he lives in Atlanta. We went to the same high school. He told me he doesn't even deal with women that don't have kids. He will only deal with women that have had kids because he's only interested in dealing with women who were born women. In this term, cis. So what do I want to talk to guys about today? Because, in this experience, who knows how it could work for you if you were in that situation, if you would get off. I think that a lot of stuff with the online dating, man, it can be a little dangerous, right? And depending on what city you live in, if you live in the Atlantas of the world, you live in the New Yorks of the world, you live in certain European cities, some of these people that look like the women that we used to seeing sometimes look like that, and you don't know. I think in the case of his situation, though, he would have had to at least have some suspicions, but his thirst got the best of him. But I think what this brings to the core is that people should identify at all times who they are. Not if they feel a certain way, but that the other person can make a decision. So if the person's saying, listen, I am a gay man and I like dressing up as a woman, this is what I do. This is who I am. I'm looking for X, Y, and Z experiences. Let me know. Now, it could have been a reason why Mr. Smith didn't want to do that. I don't know if it was because he didn't want people to know in everyday life that he was, living this lifestyle. For whatever reason, I'm not sure. But it is not fair to, somebody else who is looking for an experience with what they think is a cis woman or a regular woman, and then to only find out that this is a man who is pretending to be a woman. And, this case is controversial. He got off, right? He's not guilty. It was a very emotional experience for him. But what I think that it's taught me, and what it's taught a lot of guys, is that, there are people out there who are willing to do things like that. I've seen, many stories of, somebody that was supposed to be trans, and, that other person found out, and it was, not at the same time, but it was like premeditated, and they came back and something really bad happened. But at the same time, this is why it might be a little bit more safer for guys, to try to meet people in person. At least or you have an idea what might be going on. Meet them in the daytime, right? I mean, the whole nighttime thing is, that should have drawn some suspicious stuff to him, right? But nevertheless, really think about what's going on out there. If a person is talking to you too freaky, too fast, most women are not going to do that. Especially if it's a good looking woman, she's going to hesitate. She's going to hesitate to want to, maybe see you or go there as fast. If this particular individual is talking too freaky, talking too dirty, wanting to do sex too quick, that would indicate something is suspicious. Something is wrong. Like what woman really talks like that? Unless you're like a superstar or NBA athlete. And even then that might not happen. Most attractive women are not going to put themselves out there like that so fast. Even if they are, sexually, out there. It just doesn't make sense. So I think that guys could be able to use their common sense and understand, hey, most women that are attractive are not going to act like that. Most women that are attractive at least make it to, take out on a date. They're not going to say, come to my apartment. And even if that was the case, why would you go to somebody's apartment, that you don't really know? You can get robbed. You can get set up. There's stories of that too. So guys, control your thirst, man. I don't want you to end up like this dude. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first clip at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.